say their name and they appear. I believe in the podcast. I believe in the podcast. Cause they love them in Kanto, and Johto, and Hoenn too, in Sinnoh, and Kalos, Alola bro. They say they believe in the podcast. They believe in the podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the PokéPals Pokemon Podcast. I am your host, the Pokemush, the Mush who loves the Mons, flanked as always by the two most delectable men in Pokemon since Machamp went VMAX. I'm joined by Ed, the Pokestrongman, and Tone Zone TCG, and we are live and in living colour at the Manda Centre in Wolverhampton, at Wolverhampton Card Show. Boys, how are we?
Oh mate, this has been incredible already. The community buzz here is next level. A free to enter show, didn't have any real expectations of it, but anything that I could have hoped for with this has been absolutely surpassed. Incredible vendors, the buzz is real, the community, spirit is really there. Had some absolute bargains and pickups already. Probably spent more than my budget for the next 2 months, but we roll.
Not that your wife's in the audience. You've definitely just been caught out there.
Mortgage payment might be a little short this month.
Ed just calling himself out. Honestly, it's been such a good show. The vendors we've met already have been absolutely incredible. Everyone's been so good to speak to. There's not too many expensive prices. There are some, but I will breathe. But no, honestly, a great show so far. Great people. The guests have been amazing. We've managed to hand out some free packs that you will see on last week's episode. But no, it's been a great day so far.
Tone's only twitched twice at the price of an ETB.
We're not going to talk about that yet. We'll get to that soon. But no, it's been an absolutely wonderful experience so far. Meeting everybody, doing all the interviews with the vendors, speaking to the guys in the general public, being able to give back to the community, do quizzes and things like that. It's been really fun. And it's quite surreal to actually now sit and do a full podcast here live and actually be in the same room. Although we did the LCS video where we were both, or all three of us rather, together, it's actually quite crazy that we're now going to sit here and do a full podcast in the same room. It's been an incredible video. It's been an incredible show so far. For me as well, doing London Card Show as my first card show was phenomenal. I've won 3 minutes in. And coming to this, like you say, a free-to-enter event, so many great vendors, and a massive shout-out to the Poke Jarl for sorting out this absolutely incredible event. What more can I say on that? You know, it's blown me away truly out the water, and the community is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the buzz here is unbelievable. You might have to queue for a few of the tables, but everyone's chatting. People are discussing what they want to pick up. There's a really nice mix of English, Japanese, Korean, even some of the new simplified Chinese, a lot of sealed products as well. And it's just so fun being able to flick through binders. I think when we were at LCS, last week before, there was a lot of, it tended to be a lot more higher end slabs and maybe grail card singles. But I feel like this has been really nice budget, so many binders that are £2 to £3 or £10 cards, a lot of vintage. And as I say, being able to pick up English and Japanese, having that variety, it's been an absolute treat so far.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just been, like Ed said, it's the variation we've got is incredible. And you go to somewhere like LCS, and we had the benefit of there being the 2 floors, and the bottom floor was really good for us. It was TCG focused. It had mostly binders. This event is almost exclusively binders. There's a couple of tables with slabs here and there, but most of their slab cases are being used to sell singles, not even just slabs. So for someone that likes it raw, this card show is great for me. But no, honestly, and just to go back on the point about the community, it's been so fun getting out there, speaking to people, mingling with the guests out there. We've been going around asking them loads of quiz questions, asking them how their day's been. And yeah, it's the good thing about a card show like this is it's in the public space. It's not a booked out area where it's just for people in a card show. So you've got the general public walking all around us, but still between the public and the guests, there's so much space for people to wait their turn for a binder, step back, And all you're seeing around the tables that aren't currently looking at the binders and the cards are people talking to each other. What did you get? What did you buy? And seeing that community spirit is literally what makes shows like this.
It's a really like beginner friendly card show as well, because there's no price for entry. You can like literally dip in and out as much as you want. There's no pressure. There's none of that like queuing up to get in, show a wristband, show a ticket, anything like that. It's literally you could come in, nip to B&M, and then just pop down and see what like all the fuss is about. And I mean, the majority here is Pokemon, but I've seen a very nice bit of like One Piece. As we all know on the podcast, I make it no secret that I love Dragon Ball. Seen quite a bit of that about. A fair bit of Magic the Gathering, actually. I was quite surprised at how much of that.
I'm sure there's a whole vendors table just for that.
And like a lot of booster packs on display as well across things. And even, I think there was bits of Star Wars, like Tone and I saw at one of the stands. So really nice to have like that full mix. And like obviously Pokemon will always be like the lion's share at these shows because it is just the absolute like pinnacle of TCG at the moment. But yeah, there's something for everyone here. And I believe there's another show running in November. So definitely, if you're on the fence, hopefully this video and our actual video going around the show will sort of give you an indication as to what there is you can pick up, and also give you that inspiration to come and check it out for yourself.
If at any point you want to feel sorry for anybody, it's me and how much editing I have to do combined for the show and the podcast. And one thing that we haven't mentioned, it's not hot as balls. It's hot as hell. In here, it's very warm. But again, the sentiments that we've put out so far, it has been a wonderful experience. If you haven't come to one of these, make sure you get here in November. Come and experience it. Come and join in the fun, because it truly is a great, great time.
And how much does it cost, much?
Oh, it's free.
Absolutely free.
It will just cost you the parking for the Manda Centre.
Ample space is available.
And you've got a chill-out zone. Now, enough plugging. We must move into the nitty-gritty bits that we always top on. So for the news of this week, my first one that I want to point out there, and I'm sure that if you haven't seen the reel that we did on Instagram about it, you should go and watch it now and then come back to the podcast and watch us talk about it. But CEX, everyone's favorite 55% purchaser, is now buying Pokemon cards. Pokemon slabs, Pokemon cards, booster boxes, ETBs, and everything in between. The question I want to put to you boys, and personally I think it's shit, is it going to help or is it going to hinder the hobby?
Now, this might actually surprise you both, but controversially, it is a fucking shambles. Like, what is the actual point? A place that they already charge far too much for second-hand games. They give you far too little for whatever you're trading in, whether it's for cash or voucher. And I mean, the type of stuff that they're going to be picking up, like, no one is realistically going to take a slab that people actually like want to CEX because they know they're going to get like pennies for it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were looking and doing our research for the sketch, we were seeing really, really weird things like an Ace 9 Amazing Rare for like 40 quid. I mean, I love Amazing Rares, but they're like £3 or £4 cards. And in a 9, it's like...
You're not going to be paying 10 times for a 9.
No, and like... Then the Van Gogh Pika, that was, what was that, like £800 odd for like a 9? And it's just like, unless there's somebody that has genuine TCG knowledge running it, I think we're just going to see it go the same way that like GameStop in the US did. There's going to be employees that, no disrespect to them because they're not the ones that make the decisions, but they're not necessarily going to like know the value of the thing that they're looking at. I mean, rightfully as well, like from a business perspective, they're not going to want to pick up shit and just have it sat in their cabinets for ages, because who's going to be going in and being like, oh, do you know what I'd really like? That PSA 10 like trubbish. It's not happening. Neither with Klefki, as we are all fans of on the podcast.
We love Klefki here.
Fucking set of keys. But yeah, I just think it's a shame. It just goes to show how many more businesses are like jumping on the Pokemon bandwagon. Because I mean, we've seen it with like PC World and Currys as well. It's just like, are they actually going to do like right by the community and actually like, you know, provide some value to customers, or is it just going to be another way that they can shaft us? Which I mean, I think we can all.
I think we're all in the same kind of thing with that.
Yeah.
There's only one thing they're doing here. They are trying to manipulate this market that's come out of everyone trying to get involved in the Pokemon hobby, and they are going to try and manipulate everyone they're seeing people already buy for way over price, and they've gone, do you know what? We can make some money off this as well. They're doing what we've been doing for 15, 20, 30 years just with just Pokemon cards. So they're the pros at scalping. They know exactly how to get involved and be part of it. The difference with like the stores like Curry's PC World and everything is they were buying sealed product and selling it. And they started off by doing it at retail value, saw that every other shop was marking their prices up, so they did the same. CEX will already be marked up. Nothing will be sealed brand new stock. It will be resold to them from people out there in the community, people that no longer want their things. And it's going to be, and sorry if you're going to be one of them, it is going to be desperate people looking for a quick buck, because that is what a place like CEX is. I'm guaranteeing it. I definitely did, but the three of us probably at one point, 15, 20 years ago as a teenager, went into there to sell an old game we no longer cared about. If you were doing that with Pokemon cards, don't be a silly sausage. Give your head a rattle. Go sell it to someone in the community that actually cares. Go sell it on Instagram. Go bloody get a whatnot. I'd prefer a whatnot right now than CEX being an absolute shambles.
I think as well, it just creates another opportunity for like pump and dump, because I mean,
Exactly.
you can buy it in store or online. So if all of a sudden 10 copies of like that Ace 9 Rayquaza Amazing Rare get sold, it's all going to the same person, and that's going to be on eBay for like 70, 80 quid. And then that's another thing that's going to be factored into like comps as well. Is that CEX is going to be far above market on everything, because that's just how they operate. And because of that, we're going to start seeing cards that should only be like 50, 60 quid, suddenly being 80, 100, and then someone on Whatnot will flag it for 120. Next thing you know, like a standard card is going to be 150 quid at the next card show. And it's just going to price a lot of like the community members out.
Yeah.
That's it. You've brought a great point there, because we already say, oh, eBay last sold is this. When will it get to that point where someone will turn around and say,
Oh, well, CEX.
oh, well,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's going to suck.
I think you're very right. You're both exactly right. And I think for me, my one fear with this whole idea is that somebody goes in, they sell something, CEX gives them 50 quid, they put it up for £80. Somebody goes in there, buys all of it out at £80, immediately takes it to their vending table, puts it for 100 quid, and then it gets swapped between vendors back and forth, like we've seen with the gold stars and things like that recently, until it becomes a point where nobody can buy it apart from vendors, and it becomes like a show off on your table.
100%. And like, I think you touched on something really like poignant there, is that like a lot of cards are just now completely unobtainable. Like you go back even like 2-3 months, a gold star could cost you like a couple of grand. Now it's like 5 or 6. And it's just like, that's happened so quickly. And it almost feels like everyone's almost wanting to flex that they've spent so much money on something.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gone past the card or like the sealed item. And it's almost like, oh yeah, that like evolving Skies booster box, it was what, £1,000 when we did our Sword and Shield recap. It's like that's now 2.2k. That episode is only like what, 6 weeks old, maybe a bit more. It's like it shouldn't be happening. Like 100% increase in less than 10 weeks is ridiculous. And again, this just creates another opportunity. And if people are buying at higher prices, they're then going to have to sell it on with their margins at higher prices.
Yeah.
And this cycle of products being flipped just gets magnified. And as well, the thing that worries me the most is if people are going to be getting back into the hobby, and you know, CEX, it is a trusted store because you have warranties and stuff, and they've been established on the high street for God knows how long.
Yeah.
If that's their first like introduction, they're like, oh, I'll pick that up. That looks nice. And they buy something for like £100 and then find out it's worth 60. That person's down, and it's through no fault of their own, because we all have to start and learn somewhere. But it's like, I'd hate for that to be someone's first experience getting back into the hobby, and the first thing that happens is they get ripped off.
Yeah, and how long before that immediately puts you off from carrying on in the hobby?
100%.
I think it's going to be one that time will tell, and I'm not giving any more time to CEX. They've done me for 55% on Silent Hill 2 Revelations far too many times. Moving on to other news. Pokemon is now available on Fanatics, the buy site. So they usually do box breaks for sports cards and things like that, but you're now able to do box breaks for Pokemon and things like that. Personally, I've never used Fanatics. Either of you ever used it?
No, I had a little look at it when it first launched in the UK because Fanatics is a massive like American company. They handle a lot of like the sports merchandise and also concert merchandise. Like I know when I took Mr. Strongman to see Taylor Swift, Fanatics were the ones running the merch on there. That's right, I am a Swiftie.
Did it swiftly take all of your money?
So, the less said about that, the better.
Fanatics use Swift. It was super effective.
It has fainted, and there is no recovery possible.
I have no revives left.
But no, I think it's quite good because again, it's like a trusted platform. We've seen all the horror stories on Whatnot of people getting like scams, fake cards.
Really? What not?
No. I know you'll all be shocked to hear, but I think it's quite nice that there's like a new platform. And again, because Fanatics are an established brand within like the sports cards, it does make sense that they're like branching into it. It's not like someone else just completely random being like, you know what? If you start seeing Halfords on Whatnot, you know shit's gone too far. Like, can I come in for an MOT and a graded card, please?
Can I get some Paradox Rift with my bike cables?
Can we auction your oil change?
Yeah, we looked under the bonnet and we could only find Shrouded Fable. Your car is fucked.
And that was us seriously covering the topic of Pokemon Fanatics. Moving away from oil changes and Shrouded Fable, Pokemon Mega Revolutions, apart from all of the stuff that you will get from the PC website, has been delayed by 2 weeks. We could talk about this until the cows come home, but I will ask you both one simple question. Are you shocked?
No.
Sadly not.
No, it happened with White Flare. It's again, we said before that we're starting to get used to these 9, 10, 11 weeks of pre-orders, something that I think we all agreed was getting worse and worse and is bad for the hobby. How are pre-orders getting longer and still being delayed?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like, what got me is with White Flare, they're like, oh yeah, we've got all the Black Bolt, don't you worry about that, but White Flare's delayed. But then everything still came like pretty much on time.
Yeah.
And then with this stuff, it's like the rate that they're pumping sets out, we've covered this on so many episodes, but just slow down.
Chill out.
And just print to like the capacity that you need. And if you need to move the date, do it earlier on so we're not like, oh yeah, it's only a couple of weeks away. Oh, nah, jokes. It's another few weeks. You silly pricks. We've got your money though, don't worry. But yeah, I think thankfully I managed to get a couple of Pokemon Centre ETBs. Definitely staying in my sealed collection as every investor bro is doing at the moment. But I just do it because I know the second I open it, I will pull absolutely diddly, like I did with Prismatic.
Any of the vendors outside that are currently one of them seller bros, they've just heard Ed say that and they're just chanting, one of us, one of us, one of us.
Ed's scalper jumper is in the post. I can't with it, to be honest. I think what annoys me most is that why am I putting in a pre-order in November for something that I can pick up in February? Like, I understand with like sporting events and concerts and like film releases, you're booking for an event that you're going to go to.
Yeah.
But why am I now paying £65-70 plus a pre-order save fee for something that I'm then not going to even get to touch, open, or hold on to until the next set has already been announced? Like, by the time everybody got hold of Black Bolt and White Flare, Mega was already either released or announced in Japan.
Well, on the topic of that as well, literally yesterday, I entered the Japanese Pokemon lottery for the new Mega Inferno X set that comes out, the 26th of September? So that would mean, effectively, Japan has had 3 new Mega sets before we've had the one that was confirmed fucking months ago. It is, to quote a scholar, a fucking shambles.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I can't express enough how stupid it is getting. Like Mush said, slow the fuck down. That everyone that's in the community, the collecting community at the very least, is saying, slow down. We've all said we want time to collect and complete our sets. And for the ones that aren't actually collecting sets right now, let's just breathe. Let the hobby breathe, because you clearly can't keep up with your own orders.
Yeah.
And we also need to think, and the little caveat and the devil's advocate of this is, this affects businesses, not just collectors and the community members. because there are businesses out there like the vendors and the card shops that we all buy from that are trusted sellers to a lot of people in this community. And their integrity drops, and they may feel their integrity dropped when they are doing their pre-orders. They're telling you it will be released on the 26th of September or whenever, and then it gets to that part and they're like, sorry, it's delayed. And it's no fault of their own. It's because Pokemon can't keep up with the orders.
Yeah.
And here's a mad stat for you all. Surgeon Sparks isn't even a year old yet.
Jesus, that actually hurts my soul to hear.
Crazy.
What I hate about that is that when I came back into the hobby, I bought in big to Surging Sparks. I did 2 boosters and 2 ETBs. Absolutely fine to get hold of.
Yeah.
And ever since then, there has been a unnatural bloody blockade on being able to get hold of product on time or even after release.
Yeah.
Like Destined Rivals was a whisper in the goddamn wind. It was a Jeff Hardy signature move that came and went so fast. His TNA World Heavyweight title match against Sting was longer.
See, it's funny you say that because I remember, again, so I've been in this hobby almost 2 years now, and Surgeon was the set where it all started, where it all began. And pre-Surging, you never had any issue with any of this. Didn't have issue with pre-orders, didn't have issue getting your hands on stocks. And even the reselling wasn't that bad, not compared to now.
It'd be like a £5, £10 at most.
At most.
But I remember picking up Surgeon Sparks ETBs. I pre-ordered them, but only a couple of weeks in advance. Non-Pokemon Centre ones, obviously, but I paid $36.95 for an ETB.
That's wild.
Which, I think that was the end of buying ETBs below MSRP.
Yeah.
Because when I look back at that, even then I was a bit like, £37 for an ETB. So I got 2, and I was like, £74. That's knocking on a bit now. Whereas now it's like you give a left bollock to buy an ETB for £74.
It's £50. Take it or leave it at
Minimum.
the very minimum.
Yeah.
Like whether you like it or not, whether you even have a say in it or not, you're paying £50 for this box of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
It's something that we will argue about for the rest of time. Shrewsbury Town will win the Premier League before we have finished arguing about this kind of thing. Finally, in the news segment, Destined Rivals UPC has been announced. They've decided that once again they're going to take an SIR and slap a label on it and a logo and a stamp, and I have to deal with it. Thanks, Pokemon. I'm really stoked. But the one thing that really does, and I quote Peter Griffin here, grind my gears, is that in this Destined Rivals UPC, you get a whopping 2 packs of Destined Rivals. 2 packs. There are words yet to be described how irritated I am at the fact that not only have they butchered an SIR, in my opinion, obviously some people will really like it because it will give you the opportunity to get that card.
Yeah.
But 2 packs of Destined Rivals in a Destined Rivals base box. At this point, you might as well give me 8 Paldea Evolved and leave me alone.
I'd actually take that, to be fair.
Actually, do you know what? Pokemon, sod it. I'll have a Paldea Evolved UPC, please.
I think Pokemon Company can only do special sets right in terms of the products that they come out with.
Yeah.
Because if you think of, although we don't like the set, like the Prismatic SBC, having the Eevee deck box, was it 15 packs of Prismatic, a playmat, and loads of other shite. And then you look at the 151 UPC that has gone absolutely bananas. But again, it's all 151 because it's a 151 UPC. Fucking ridiculous to have 2 packs of Destined Rivals. The pack selection looks great. I would love to open it, but at the same time, don't be saying it's a Destined Rivals UPC with only 2 packs. I could just get a 3-pack blister and save myself the heartache and the financial strain.
And I think you need to compare it again. The thing that some people have defended it by saying that it's the closure of the SMV era, but is advertised as the Destined Rivals UPC. Maybe not specifically, but that's how people are calling it, talking about it, and it makes no sense, especially with the promo being a card straight from Destined Rivals. Yeah. Whereas you compare that to the closure of Sword and Shield era, which was the Zard UPC, which again had a great pack selection, but it never said that it's the Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, or Crown Zenith UPC. It had 3 incredible Zard promos, all a bit different, but again, 2 of them linked to big cards already in the era, not specific cards exactly, as in not both from a specific set. Both the cards they're linked to were from different eras. And then it was just a great box. And the box itself was different to most UPCs. UPCs we get now are quite flimsy. They've just got the plastic hollow bit inside. If you ever opened a Zard UPC, you get 3 drawers. You get metal dice. You get the mat that's in a folded box case all by itself. And it's a much nicer, better pack opening. The latest UPCs just seem a bit naff compared.
As well, I think you touched on a really interesting point there as well, is that like the things that we got in the Sword and Shield era in terms of even like the ETBs as well, is like the Mewtwo one for Pokemon Go, having like the deck box, having the metal counters and dice. And then the Lost Origin one, you get a really sweet Origin form Giratina pin as well. It's like you used to get like a lot more, and now I feel like it's sort of the bare minimum. I feel like the quality has dipped, and like English print quality has gone to absolute shit now as well.
And a tiny little collector caveat for me for OCD, and you may all agree with me this one. What has started to really grind my gears is the ETB used to match the Pokemon. The ETB promo used to match the Pokemon that's on the ETB. Now you get an ETB, the promo is totally different, absolutely different, and I'm not a fan of that. I like the promo to match what's on the ETB. I always like that. And when with the variations again, I'm not the biggest fan.
I weirdly, and I don't know if everyone will agree with me, I would have loved a Wobbuffet ETB.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I think that would have been super cool. And I think that it's funny that we talk about the Sword and Shield era, because although I didn't experience it massively, what I have looked back on, we were spoiled. We were spoiled in the
maybe not with the hit rates.
Maybe not with the hit rates, but in
things we could get.
In general, like even when you could go and pick up like the Crown Tea and if like the boxes where you get 5 packs and like a pin and things like that. The Dialga boxes and things like that. And the figure collections and things. They offered so much like cool little variety to it. And I know that they've tried to recreate it with like the Symphia's Garchomp box and the Belly Bolt box. Again, but it's like it's a sub part. It's like
just
going to a steakhouse and then them bringing you a fucking going to a steakhouse and getting a Frey Bentos pie. Like it doesn't even hit anywhere near the right way.
I totally agree, by the way. I think you're absolutely correct, and I think they were much better. Case in point for me is, as a big Pokemon Go collector, you had the Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle boxes that came with a pin and a promo card. We've discussed there was the Eevee box, which was the Radiant Eevee, which came with a mat as well. Again, all these Sword and Shield boxes came with something really incredible for collectors. Now, we discussed the games doing this. Do you not feel that the products they're releasing are more now aimed for children? And what I'm looking at here, if you think about the Journey Together collection boxes and some of the Destiny Rivals that come out as well, have come with a flimsy bit of cardboard and the pop-out plastic bits where you design a little scene. None of us are going to fucking do that as adults. We're not going to. And literally, I gave one of them to my friends for his children. Because that's not the sort of stuff we want to collect.
No, we're here specifically for shiny cards.
I think, sorry to interrupt, Mash, but it's again a very interesting point that like we know that probably the average age for like Pokemon collectors is probably at its highest that it's like ever been across the board. Like yes, there's a lot of new like kids coming into it, which is fantastic. That's the next generation of collectors and like TCG players a lot of the time. But I think that they need to sort of mature the products that they're making and also just reduce on the waste, because like I would happily just buy the packs and not have to deal with like throwing the plastic out. But as well, it begs the question. It's like we said before, a child may get like an ETB for like a birthday or something. A child, I highly doubt is going to be like, oh daddy, can I rip a full booster box? No. And like with these things as well, like they're costing 40, 50, 60 quid at times. The EPCs as well, it's like, yeah, they're kind of a bit more geared towards like the adult collector. At the same time, it's like just lose the the PG film over it. Like, obviously, don't mean we want something adult and 18 plus,
Oh God, no.
but just like we don't need toys, we don't need little like figures. Just something like a pin, a bag, like anything like that would be cracking. But,
Mats.
Yeah,
just little things.
Yeah,
I don't think it needs to be this like blow out the water Toys R Us wannabe added extra. One thing I will touch on before we move on: the promos that come from some of these boxes that are just rehashes of the trainer full arts, just with a new number and a promo sticker on it. Because like the Cynthia Scarchamp is I go straight to that.
Yeah.
Because that to me it's exactly the same card with a slight variation.
Iona.
Yeah.
Iona's belly bolt as well.
Lily's Clefairy.
Lily's
Clefairy.
Clefairy.
It goes from being like this to like this.
Yeah, it's just like
changes direction.
if all three of us just suddenly changed seat and then changed back in and was like, haha, it's a brand new podcast. It's very frustrating that we're treated as if we don't realize or notice what's going on.
Yeah.
And yes, I understand, like we are grown men that enjoy magical creatures that use funny powers to zap each other to faint because saying dead will traumatize children. But realistically, just the little things make the massive difference, to quote myself from the previous podcast. Moving away from the news and things that upset us, we are going into the mega era. And I think a lot of us are very excited. We've seen a lot of cards that really have kind of blown the designs out of the water from the previous years. And I think leaving the Scarlet and Violet era behind, while sad, it's almost good because we're seeing some really great things. So although we've had the pre-order issues, Japanese already being out, and we will rip some of that later on when we do some pack battles, how are we feeling going into the mega era? Do we think the English is going to hold up? Do we think it's going to be worth chasing? Or are we all just going to kind of hold our hands up and go, no, squeeze on by. Yeah, cheers, thanks for coming.
I very fortunately managed to pre-order a booster box of Mega through, I think it was Gecko Cards. Shout out to them. Did it via their Discord server. I'm really, really excited about it. Everything I've seen in Japanese, I mean, I've picked up a fair amount, but the artworks are all incredible, and it's really, really nice. Seeing just different Pokemon get some love that like have never before, like the Shedinja Ninja, unbelievable.
Oh, such a great
the Steelix, the Spiritomb, the Execute, all absolutely incredible artworks. I mean, you could go out here at the show today and pick up a few of them for like £3 each. The texturing on the full art EXs, they have absolutely elevated those, having like the regular version, and then the mega, like the regular Pokemon's like ghosted out.
The Absol is the first one that comes to mind, and the Morvile.
So good.
Those two, where it's the, like you say, the regular and the mega in the front, with a like a play on the trainer and the Pokemon from Destined Rivals.
Funny you say the Absol. Didn't someone pull that on our last week video? If you haven't seen it, pause, go check it out.
But overall, I am very excited for it. The mega attack cards that got revealed as well. Absolutely unbelievable. And the fact that Charizard is going to be in is it an SPC or just a collection box?
SPC.
I think it's an SPC, because
Right.
we will get one for Charizard and one for Venusaur.
Like, that is just sensational. I cannot wait to not get one of those because it'll be straight to high heaven.
I cannot wait to also not get hold of one. And I cannot wait for the 3-week hatred rant that will come from Tone because we are not getting a Mega Blastoise SPC.
I see
Tone,
my
we'll
boys
leave you
got
here.
left out.
We'll nip out now for a brief intermission while Tone lets rip.
Thing is, rumor has it that Collector's Card House is currently waiting at Costco already for the SPCs to come. Look, I'm really excited. As we've already discussed, I've taken the spending loads of money on Pokemon cards backseat a little bit after the house move. It is the first sets in English that I've not actually got a pre-order. And I don't think it's bothered me that much. Not because I'm not excited for it. I'm just seeing collecting from a different angle and a different point of view. And I've already started picking up the cards that I like. Case in point, the Steelix. Next one I really want to look at is the Alakazam. I think that doesn't get enough love or spoken about enough at the moment, but the artwork on it just floating on that rock, incredible, phenomenal, if you will. But no, it's a really exciting era for me to start getting into single buying and only ripping a couple of packs here and there. I want to shout out loads of the PokéPals because they started doing this with Black and White, where they know that I'm not really collecting much big sets anymore. and I've now become a bulk collector.
The incredible bulk, if you will.
And again, I've discussed this before. It's something I love because I love giving appreciation to all artworks, common or uncommon. So it's exciting though to see again the changes, the different artworks, and we discussed the full art styles that we've absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And what we've seen. And again, just to touch on something we discussed in previous podcasts, is the new comic art style.
Yeah.
So excited for that. It's going to be amazing getting one of them in our hands.
I mean, if we ever get one in our hands. It's for me as well. It's like there's little things like because I massively stand behind the Japanese set glory of Team Rocket because I banged on about the commons for far too long. And now going into the mega era, from what I've opened and what I've seen, again, the commons, the full art, the secret rares, and everything in that set, there's nothing that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Like even just ripping open packs, like a friend of ours, Mander, Mewtwo, he's just got back into collection. And when you open something with him and he's just stoked to just get a few more for the base set, that's what collection's about. It's about actively enjoying collecting all of it, not just ripping open a pack and going, oh, well, it's only like £4, so I'll just I suppose that shit, and then immediately I become Kevin from Kevin and Perry.
You know, bro, you can't grade that, bro.
Oh,
that's off center.
That's not stonks, bro.
Just going right to the back 3 cards, like,
there is nothing I hate more than powering through a pack. Show your appreciation, please. All right.
Yes.
When we do pack battles later, we will show you the example of how I expect you to open a pack.
Actually, I just thought, I wonder if we'll be getting a new pack trick. Because Sword and Shield was what, 3 to the front?
4.
4 to the front.
And then
That's a
Violet
was
very
one.
good point.
Make it 2.
Yeah.
Just to switch it up a little bit. Do you know what? Make it 5.
7.
Make it 9.
11.
1. You have to just take the front one and put it to the back.
Okay, you get
Really throw people off so that everyone's just filling the hits.
It's not even that. It's you want to scare the people. Have them pull the energy and have the hit there.
Oh.
Oh, it's a god pack. Oh, sorry, it's not.
And what did I get? Well, I got the Absol, and then I got 9 commons.
Honestly, the first ever non-holo rare god pack.
I wonder, just if ever we will ever get out of the 2 reverses and a holo.
Yeah.
Because obviously in every pack, you're now guaranteed 2 reverses and a holo. I'm not hating on it, whatever. If that's how you want to do it, that's how you want to do it. But take me back to the days of pulling a holo gave you the hit that pulling a full art gave you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I think that is something that is truly missed. Like that is why I love opening Japanese.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that we've all discussed as well is that it's not always guaranteed. Although if you get a booster box, you're guaranteed certain hits. When you do actually finally hit something, it's like, ooh, and you take the time to appreciate that hit that you pull out.
I'm gonna say something maybe controversial, but I think it's going to get worse. I think you look at some of the. Hear me out.
Ever the pessimist.
You're seeing some of the packs in Japanese as well that you get 6 cards deep, then you get a reverse holo, maybe another reverse holo, a holo, and then a hit card. Yeah, I think English is going to start going along them lines where you will get only 6 common or uncommon instead of 7, and then there will be 2 reverse holos. Because people are missing the 2, then there'll be a Pokeball reverse or a Master Ball reverse, and then there'll be an EX or a hit. Because I think it's going to get to the point where they're releasing all these different rarities now with the MURs, the SIRs, the bloody SUVs, all the other fucking acronyms you can think of. That they're going to be too many rarities for them to just do 7 commons and uncommons. A lot of people already complain that they're just sat with ETBs for the bulk. I think they will start putting more reverse holos in.
Yeah, I mean, I would happily never see Pokeball and Master Ball reverses again. Because, I mean, Black Bolt, White Flare, 809 card Master set, like, ludicrous thing. I mean, I'm holding my hands up now. I am not going to be Master setting anything in this next era of Pokemon, I don't think. Not even Phantasmal Flames. And we know I am a Gengar.
Yeah.
But I just can't do it because it's like the amount of product you have to open or the amount you have to spend on singles. And we know having a Charizard and a Gengar as the big chases for a set, like
Stonks were.
Calamity will be caused
Yeah.
very quickly.
And I think very quickly, just to jump in on that, I think it's something we discussed before as well, where if you are going to chuck Pokeballs, Master Balls in, take the reverse hollows out.
Yeah, I think it's almost like you say, it should replace
Yes.
rather than add on,
Yeah.
because 809 cards is ridiculous. I think I get it, I do understand it, but at this point, how much is too much
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
set? Like if I've got to do commons, uncommons, reverses, hollows, Pokeballs, Master Balls, EXs, IRs, SIRs, SARs, MURs, HUV, HDMI, ADTB. Like at this point, I'm to a point where I can't keep up.
OMG,
Yeah.
WTF.
Ruffle, LMAO. Like it's painful. But one big thing that I really want to touch on before we do move out of the Mega series is that we've had a brand new Mega revealed.
Good Mega.
Mega Horlucha, or as we're now calling him, Ultimo Dragon from SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
Oh, Mega Eagle Wrestler.
Mega Eagle Wrestler. Shout out, Ross. Hope you're watching.
Yeah. What a beautiful
It's
design.
honestly the best Mega that they've released.
So good.
It makes me feel slightly better about Mega Victory Bell, and I don't even want to say that. But
And
it does.
even the video reveal, like again,
Oh.
we spoke about the Victory Bell video being great until that point.
Yeah.
But again, maybe it's because we're biased because we're wrestling fans, but that whole video, and we love matchup, but
Yeah.
that whole video was just, perfection.
Mm.
There was a dartboard, and they hit the center with 6 straight darts in a row.
Yeah.
Finally.
They did not miss.
It was just, I feel like where we've all been like slightly, put off by Mega Dragonite, they massacred my boy. I don't hate it as much now, but there's still so much more they could have done. Victory Bell, the Vimto-filled ball sack that it is. But then they drop Mega Horlucha that has WrestleMania 22 Rey Mysterio attire.
Yep.
It just looked incredible. The hype video for it, like the storytelling, they told more story in that 4 minutes than like most shows do in a series. I mean,
It's true. It's true.
I was truly captivated, and as well the fact that they're alongside this doing a collaboration with the Mexican Wrestling Association, CMLL, like Pokemon and wrestling literally merging together. It's like they've seen the inside of my diary.
I can't stand up. It's all.
That's where we can see them, boys.
I genuinely, bar maybe 2 or 3 other Pokemon, which we'll touch on in a minute, that deserve a Mega, I couldn't think of a better Pokemon to be given a Mega, to be given relevance.
Yes.
I think it's a Pokemon that massively gets overrated. And as a big player of the games, having a Horlucha in your team, especially for certain fights and battles, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Losing certain weaknesses and being absolutely demolishing against other types.
Yeah,
My only hope is that they haven't changed its type for the Mega, because they haven't said.
that's a good point. Actually.
They haven't said,
No.
and I could easily see it dropping its flying type and picking up the steel type potentially. With the, it reminds me very much of take yourself back to the 90s and watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers,
Oh,
and it's when Jason takes off the dragon shield and Tommy takes off the dragon shield and gives it to Jason,
yeah,
and you get the Red Ranger in the gold shield. It's something reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
And I think it's going in the right direction.
I also really like that this is given the most opportunity for like quite mainstream crossover.
Yes.
So obviously, like we've seen some kind of like promotions in the past where you've got like the On the Ball series.
Yeah.
There's that Japanese Pikachu that's like, is he wearing Adidas kit
Yeah.
or something like that? There was the weird collab with Volkswagen in China, I believe.
Yeah, that was an odd one.
It was really strange, but also fucking sick.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is such a good opportunity again to get more eyes on both wrestling and Pokemon. And as well, it's just something so different. Like, to my knowledge, never seen anything like this
No,
before.
yeah.
But now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, why have they waited till this long when Machamp is Generation 1?
He's quite literally the world heavyweight champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will say before we move on, right? I just want to say this, right? They did an Adidas Pikachu. Why was it not called Pikachav? I'm just saying it, all right? Like, Pikachav was there. They could have given it a new evolution. Pikachav. I'm just saying it now. Council House and Vigorous. All
It's
right.
just Pikachu with a low taper fade. JD bag on his back.
I would actually love that. I think
Oh.
that would finally make Pikachu relevant in my eyes. Before we leave the Mega era, I've got one question for you both, right? 2 Pokemon that you think deserve a Mega Evolution that don't have one yet. And I'm going to let Tone go first.
I was going to say, I think you should go first because there's one that I want, but it's yours. So you start and just get it out of the way.
All right, fine. Very simply, 2, and I love both of them. 1, Mega Arbok. It's obvious. We all know I'm going to say it right. Just give it the dark typing, make it bigger, make it gnarlier, make it scary. I've literally done it for you. It's absolutely fine. Now, I thought about the other one a lot because there are many Pokemon that I think that really could do with a Mega that could be done really well, like Phalanx, right? Imagine a Mega Phalanx, but it's loads of them, hundreds of them, forming up like a Voltron style to make like a big
that'd be
Pokemon,
cool.
like stack on top of each other. But the one I'm going to suggest is Mega Spiritomb.
Oh,
And it's
yeah.
all 108 wisps coming out of the odd keystone to make to imagine like loads of mini Spiritomb heads that create the Spiritomb head and
That'd
things
be
like that.
unreal.
Just loads of ethereal wisps and scary lookingness. Spiritomb gets massively overlooked because I think there are so many good ghost types already.
Mm.
It gets overlooked. But as I said on my Instagram, it's a Pokemon that had one of the best debuts in the anime because no one had really heard of it.
Yeah.
And in Diamond and Pearl, it was given such a rarity to try and get hold of. Give it the treatment it deserves. Make it worth hunting for. I will hunt it just because I like it, but like hunt it because it's worth doing.
I'm just picturing like the Megaform just being like a graveyard and all the spirits coming out of like each headstone.
Mm.
Like that would be unbelievable.
Again, none of us can stand up now. Go on then, Tone.
I think the first one I'm going to go with is a shout out to my boy. We all know that the design of our logo, Artoad, is a Sandshrew lover. I'd love to see a Mega Sandslash. A Mega Sandslash would be a beast of a Pokemon. I think the design aspect alone would just be phenomenal. And then I'm going to be a cheeky one here. I would love to see, and I've thought about this, Mega Unknown, and hear me out. You get 1 letter when you get Unknown. Mega Unknown would just be, and I'll show a photo after this, and I'll send it, and we'll show it on the podcast. My background on my phone is like a swirling vortex of all unknowns flying around, and it'll be something like that. And it will be something like when the move is commenced, it will spell the move and then shoot the power out. And it wouldn't just be like hidden power. It would be a special move that will come out, but it would be like a swirling vortex of unknown power.
What would be cool is that if while it swirls, it's just spelling unknown, but over and over again. And then it changes when it uses the move.
Almost like binary.
Yeah.
Is it bad though that when you said a Mega Unknown, I was just like, that's just gonna be an exclamation mark.
Or it turns into numbers.
There's already an exclamation mark unknown, lads.
It's just 1, 2, 3.
And for me, the first one would have to be Nidoking.
Oh,
Basically, Nido Emperor. Like that would just be leagues above anything. You could make it the biggest, baddest kaiju going. And then there's also like you could have the showdown with Mega Tyranitar, with Mega Aggron, like the proper like fight scenes, very reminiscent of like Charizard versus Magma, like back in the day.
Yeah.
Proper showdown, just big old kaiju monsters fighting each other, slapping Groudon silly. Like, give it to me in my veins.
What I want to know, and before you give us your second one, right, is how can they justify a Mega Aggron before a Mega Nidoking?
Absolutely.
Nidoking was Aggron before Aggron was a thing.
Yeah.
And
Nidoking walked so Aggron could run.
could you imagine, though, a Mega King and Queen?
Oh, yeah.
Mega Nido Emperor and Mega Nido Empress.
And before we get any further, Pokemon, give me a Nidoking, Nido Queen tag team.
Oh,
You
Yes.
cowards.
Just bring tag teams back.
to be fair, I would love to see the return of tag teams, especially with all of the new styles and ones. Like, imagine a Mega tag team card.
Oh my god.
Like having like a Mega Gardevoir and Mega Gallade. If there is a Mega Gallade, there is a Mega Gallade?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we'll find out because I'll edit over either yes, that's right, or no, you're idiots.
And
We've got thumbs up from the crowd. There is a Mega Gallade. So yeah, Mega Gallade and Gardevoir tag team.
if you make a Mega Nidoking and Nido Queen tag team illustrated by Shinji Kanda,
Ed will never stand up again.
Ed will get divorced because he'll spend all of the money.
I will be numb from the waist down. And my second choice would be a bit of an out there one, but it's a Pokemon I've really grown to love recently.
If you say Klefki, I'm leaving. It's actually rubbish.
It's just a skip.
It's actually just the bin men. It's just the bin men van. Trubbish Mega Evolves into a bin men lorry.
Oh, and the Pokemon trainers are just sat inside. Like, fuck's sake.
You know how Slowpoke evolves because Shelder bites its tail? Trubbish Mega Evolves because it gets in the back of a rever room.
Basically, we're just getting fusion out of like Yu-Gi-Oh!
That's it. That's it.
Oh, Christ.
blue eyes Trubbish bag.
Pot of trubbish. And funnily enough that you say about Slowpoke, my mega choice for the second one was actually going to be a Mega Slowking. Because I feel like it's one that gets massively overlooked. Yeah, we had the Galarian form, which it was okay. I didn't hate it, didn't love it, but I feel like the Neo Slowking in particular, incredible artwork. Imagine that, a more like luscious crown, like proper, like bejeweled. Have him like looking a lot more regal, like even give him some like robes, a scepter, anything like that to really like hammer home the fact that he is a king. I think would be incredible. And as well, just give one of these Pokemon that doesn't really get much love, like that new resurgence, especially for the amount of new people coming into the hobby who may not have even seen like those older films. I think it just gives you an opportunity again to have people to like want to explore the back catalogue and also give Pokemon that are quite underloved an opportunity to shine.
For sure. I do. The only thing I dislike about the Galarian form is that basically he just pulls the thing down
it's
and it gives him weird eyes.
Yeah, he's just weirdly purple. He's been hanging out with Mega Victory Bell, I think.
He's just been kissing Trubbish. But weirdly, I really like the typing. I really like the poison psychic typing. I think it actually works really. I would, yeah. I'm a poison guy. All right, I'm Koga in disguise.
In other news, water's wet.
Yeah. In other news, it's hot when the sun's out. For God's sake, I think there's some good choices. I think we've made some really good choices. I would love to see all of the ones that we've suggested, except Mega Trubbish. Stay away from all of the rever rooms, please. They deserve better. It has an SAR. It deserves better. And while it's nice to talk about megas and have these fantasies, we need to talk about where all these mega ideas are coming from, and that is Pokemon Legends ZA. With its release coming up in the next 2 months, and Ed already getting a Switch 2, and I'm not bitter and my tone hasn't changed, and I daren't be accused of such. How are we feeling about this coming through, and are we looking to get it? I don't want to hear from you because you're obviously already getting it, and I'm not bitter about you having a Switch 2. Tone.
I've already got permission from the wife that come October, I can buy a Switch 2. So I am going to look to getting that as a deal together. Sorry to upset you. But no, I am very excited, especially it'll be the first game I have on the Switch 2. If anyone wants a regular bog standard Switch in working order, come reach out to your boy. But no,
for 55%.
No, I'm really excited for the game. I think we've looked at the game and the different mechanics that are coming out, the different battle style, the way you're able to run around and potentially dodge things. I'm really intrigued as well at the open world, quote unquote, when it's in a closed city and how that's going to happen with unlocking different parts of the city. There's been a lot of rumors of, is there going to be like the subterranean like sewer level? Paris is known for its subterranean architecture. Is that going to get brought up in this to expand the world of the Legends ZA universe? So I'm really excited for not just what we've already seen, but it feels like there's a lot that we have yet to see. And it's that's keeping me like, oh, I want more. Give me more.
I feel like I'm being constantly teased by everything that they do release or don't release. And it's funny you say about the sewers. I've recently replayed Black 2, and Castelia City has the sewers map underneath. And I'm reminded how cool it is that you can, while in an area, discover an area. It really does kind of give you this oomph to go and actively explore what's around you. Because obviously, going back to like the originals, you go from Pallet Town, Viridian City, Viridian Forest, Pewter, and all the way round, and it kind of always feels like a big circle.
Yeah.
Whereas with things like Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet giving you the option to kind of just go and do what you want,
Yeah.
I hope that we keep a large chunk of that,
Yes.
but with a little bit more. You need to go over here, but you can go via all of this.
Yeah.
Because I think Scarlet and Violet gave us too much freedom. And I think it ruined the immersion for some people because it was like you could go and do the Dragon Gym
Yeah.
straight away while he had 2 Dratinis and a whiff of an Altaria. And then you end up doing the grass type one last and you're like, oh my God, he's got 6 Pokemon.
And
How and why?
I just rock up with my level 5 Lechonk ready to throw hands. But no, I completely agree. And it'd also be really nice for them to not like massively put it out there because like in Legends Arceus, although you had like a full free roam when you unlock the area, it was very much you clear like the fieldlands.
Yeah.
You then go into the Maya lands.
Yeah.
You go into the coastlands. I'd very much like them to like have a sort of set direction for it, but then also just naturally stumble across something.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you were saying about the sewers or like the catacombs in Paris.
Yeah.
If you were to just randomly step on like one grate or like manhole cover that you then fall through and suddenly whole new map, new like Pokemon or like, you know, seeing like Pokemon you can't get in the other wild areas, something like that would be amazing. But yeah, like you boys have said, there's so much to look forward to, so much that we haven't been like told. And I am also super excited for the associated card set that we'll get.
Yes.
I mean, we chatted very briefly, albeit the other day on this, and I was saying like, imagine if the Rust Syndicate get their own like Team Plasma style set, like having the purple borders, like different logos on the card, different reverses, just something like that would be like a real throwback to previous generations. But to my knowledge, we didn't get anything like that in Sword and Shield.
We got a couple of sets specifically to mind is Astral Radiance.
Yeah.
So we got them that focused a lot on the different like the Pokemon, the Shuin variants, the trainers in that. But again, it wasn't anything like special in terms of borders. I know we've discussed different borders, like the plasma sets would be incredible.
Yeah.
But it would be good to see more focus on that.
I would love to see, on the topic of borders, you know, the blue border.
Yeah.
Imagine getting a rust-coloured border. And then a return, you know, Team Magma's Groudon and Team Aqua's Kyogre.
Yeah.
That style, but Team or Rust Syndicates, whatever.
Yeah.
Just something like that, I think, could really, really sort of like break the immersion between the TCG and the video game.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be something that would really tease the idea of you really want to play this game and you really want to collect this set. Because they will. They will get you hook, line, and sinker like a fish on the end of a rod. I'll be there.
I just really hope that they don't take as long as they did with like the Pokemon Go set. That came out, what, like 6 years after?
Well, hopefully not, because Astral Radiance wasn't released too long after Arceus. It was released quite recent after that game release. So hopefully they will keep on top of it. And again, I think it will, if we're being realistic, especially as it's a lot of megas in this era, they're going to focus on releasing the new megas definitely they're going to start getting the game aspects into it. We see it, especially like we said already with trainers. All the trainers that are a part of this are going to get brought in, but we want to see a set that is game specific. Not like we want to go back to, like you said, the plasma sets, not just the Astral Radiance, which is just, this is a set with so and so from the game. We want to see something that really specifies on the things in the game.
I think we were spoiled as well, and I say spoiled loosely, is that with Scarlet and Violet, you got Scarlet and Violet base set, which was, you know, a set based around the game. I would love for them to actively just go, here is Pokemon Legends ZA, the card set.
Yes.
And it's, you could do a base set and a follow-up one and be done with it in 2 sets. But I think giving them something that totally correlates to the game, especially when everything is, you know, sort of intertwined. Like we've got Megas are coming back in Pokemon Legends EA. I think that we deserve, and I say deserve as if I have any say in what Pokemon do, because I do Pokemon, okay? I am the mush that loves the Mons. We deserve a Pokemon Legends EA specific set, and I think it would be really cool. Moving away from sets and games, to talk about our all-time favorite games. Now, this is an argument that we've had off camera, on camera, around each other, and everywhere in between. The top 3 Pokemon games of all time. Not the ones that we think are the best, the ones that we enjoyed the most, our personal favorites. Now, I've thought about mine far too much, and I'm happy to go first unless either of you two want to jump in.
Go on, you go first.
All right, very simply, my favorite game of all time, and the one that I've put the most hours into, is Pokemon Crystal. Pokemon Crystal for me was the game where I knew every mechanic, I knew every type, I knew every Pokemon in it, I knew every which way to get the Celebi timed event. I could do it all.
Yeah.
And it honestly, it made me the Pokemon trainer that I am today. And shout out to myself for catching a shiny Ekans and not realizing until it evolved. And then I got shiny Arbok, and then my love for the big purple snake and big gold boy was born. In a firm second place, because again, it was the only one I ever had on the DS era, was Pokemon Black 2. Now, I've played all of the DS era, but Pokemon Black 2 was the one that I put far too much time into. There is only so much you can justify going, I'm just going to play an hour of this, and 3 days later, you're still playing it. And finally, I'm actually going to say Scarlet and Violet. Purely, not because I think it's the best game, but because I've put over 1,000 hours into it. I've got an 82% shiny living dex. One day I will complete it. Knowing my luck, I will probably do the entirety of Legends EA before I go back for Scarlet and Violet. But it gave me Chen Pao, it gave me Lechonk, it gave me Cerulege, it gave me some really cool mons, it gave me Bellibolt with its weird eyes that aren't its eyes. And it just, for me, it was one of those ones where I could put more hours into that than I could put into my relationship with my father. So that's why it's great.
Mush actually goes to work to give his Switch a break. No?
My charging dock looks like it's had a hard paper round.
He's blown many a fuse charging his Switch. No, I think they're absolutely incredible choices. I think for me, I'm going to go quite a bit further back, and my all-time favorite Pokemon game has to be Pokemon Yellow. It was the first Pokemon game I can remember playing. It will also link into another one of my choices a little further on, but having Pikachu as your companion, having the bond grow with him, to him being like grumpy and hating you to start with, like most people when they meet me, to me wearing him down over time until he actually succumbs to my love. I just thought it was great. There was so much charm to it, so much nostalgia. I remember I still own the yellow Game Boy Color that I played it on growing up. Absolutely incredible game. Really set the precedent. Like, I know a lot of people started with like red or blue, but it was straight yellow for me. And then leading into my second choice, Pokemon Stadium on the N64. The amount of time I've put into that game is borderline disgusting. For a while, it was one of maybe 3 games I owned on my N64. So just thrashing it, playing any weird combination of teams, having like a full legendary team to then having like mid-evolutions, going through all the gym challenges, playing all the mini games. There was just so much replayability with it. And then the fact that you could actually dock Pokemon Yellow and play it on the big screen. I mean, little Ed was mind blown at that. And I was like, oh my God, I'm actually in Pallet Town. I'm just this big.
I like that you've left out the trauma of Snorlax with its eyes open.
Snorlax
or Red Eyes Venusaur.
I played a bit of Pokemon Stadium too. And my God, Crobat with his buck teeth as well. My man's gormed out to high heaven. Him and Venusaur have just shared a joint. But, just they're incredible games. And like having a tournament with like your friends, playing it solo, I feel like that was the first foray into like multiplayer Pokemon that wasn't like system linked or anything like that.
Honestly, I've got so many fond memories going around to friends' houses and just literally cracking on with Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
And just with like the sushi game.
God.
Lickitung roulette.
Yeah.
Clefairy says.
You got the charging Pikachu Voltorb one, and then
Run Rattata run.
And
Run Ratata Run was so underrated. in comparison
oh
to
man,
the
it's
rest.
incredible.
So good.
My A button's still stuck.
I as a kid was hated because I had a very good memory and no one could beat me at the Clefairy game.
Oh, that
So,
song.
This coming from the man that can literally quote all of the Pokemon from 151.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
And then my third choice is Pokemon Colosseum on the GameCube. Absolutely incredible game. The fact that you start off with Espeon and Umbreon in your team is like next level. Again, having the full like 3D modeling, a full world to go around in. Having the Shadow Pokemon for the first time as well, that we later then saw in the likes of Pokemon Go. I just think it was a game that was way ahead of its time on a console that probably got quite overlooked by a lot of people because, I mean, the GameCube, it brought out like the really small discs, it had the weird controller. It was like, although it was the next logical step from the N64, I feel like it was almost a little too ambitious because they tried to make it a console that you could take around to your friends because it had like the little handle. And to be fair, it was a compact thing. And we've got the Wii and the Switch because of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a game that flew under the radar for a lot of people. And then they brought out the sequel that had the Shadow Lugia, but we still haven't had a card of. But I just feel like it had so much going for it. And when the Switch 2 was announced, one of the big driving forces for me actually buying it was being able to have access to the retro library of GameCube games. It's going to include Pokemon Colosseum. It's going to include Luigi's Mansion. Like some of these, the most incredible games that a lot of people missed out on, and being able to play it in HD in the palm of my hands is just going to be unbelievable. And yeah, I think for me, there are a lot more retro games, but if you've missed out on playing any of them, do yourself a favor and give them a go.
I think as well, before I let Tone take over, it's nice that we're getting the retro replay for these consoles.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just move in, right? Nintendo, why can't I play Pokemon Red on the Switch? Why can't I play Pokemon Crystal? Why are you hoarding all of the good stuff? Okay? Why? Please. I'm not asking for much, okay? I'm just asking for the bare minimum. Give me the ability to play older games without stealing your content and emulating it on a computer that is too old to run it. Okay? Thank you for your time. Tone, over to you.
Not sure if that was a question or a vague threat.
While he was doing that vague threat, me and Ed got a great view of his arse. Okay.
Sergeant Angle in the shop. Check out his arse.
I'm so glad you got the reference. I didn't play as many of the games. I dipped out mainly during the DS phase. But in my third spot, I'm going to say is Pokemon Yellow. It was a toss-up between second or third for it because that is probably the Pokemon game I have played the absolute most. Thousands of hours. I think about 5 or 6 years ago, I found my Game Boy Advance and I found my Pokemon Yellow that would still fit into it, albeit hanging out. But I managed to charge it up and play my old copy. It was the game where we all learned the Mew glitch on the bridge. So you got yourself the Mew. So many hours put into that game, and it was just a phenomenal game. I loved it so much. Going into second, mainly for my love of the hobby now, it was the first game I played coming back into this hobby, and it is Legends Arceus. I think we're talking about Legends. Yeah, I'm getting really excited for that. Legends Arceus for me was just spending so long out of the games where I played in its entirety Gen 1, 2, and 3. I probably did about 2 gyms of Diamond and barely 1 gym of Black. And because I was older and cooler and an idiot of a person at the time. And I've missed them, but no, it's for me, coming back to Legends Arceus and a totally different style of game, it was so bloody cool. And I love my open world games, my open world RPGs. To go around and have the hidden quest of having all 28 unknowns that you can go and catch just by doing a little riddle quiz. I love my quizzes. So everything in that game was like, oh, you're going to like this. you're gonna like this. It was a game that I thought was really made for me. Special shout out to Crystal because it's related to the game I'm going to say is in my top spot. Crystal is probably the better game for many reasons than what I'm going to say, but just for nostalgia reasons alone, mine is going to be Pokemon Gold. Gold is probably the second most game I've played, and it is just that nostalgically, the amount of hours I sunk into that game, whereas when Crystal come out, I'd already put so many hours into Gold, probably played it twice and was a bit done because I'd caned Gold to its entirety. I spent hours upon hours going through and making sure I caught every single unknown that I could. You obviously had the Shining Gyarados. Just the game is incredible. The game is fantastic. You're able to complete all 8 gyms, become the Pokemon champion, and then it's like, oh, you enjoyed Gem 1? Go back and do it again. Just perfect game, and just getting to 16 badges, deleting my file, and starting all over again. I loved it. I absolutely loved that game.
I was saying, I'm really surprised you didn't include Pokemon Go in your top 3.
Is it a game or is it an app?
I think, again,
That's a good point.
the games I mentioned, because Stadium was one I was considering. And I love Pokemon Go, and I still play it regularly now. However, it's had its bad phases.
Yeah.
It's had its negativity, and it's had its boring ass shit. Where I am like, I'm sick of you. I will delete your app if you keep up this shit. So it's a good game, but it's had its downfalls.
There are only so many iPhone screens I can absolutely decimate by just going, please beat this raid. There are people that have walked past me while I've been sat at Shout Out Gym on the Hill, punching an iPhone at speeds that can only be described as the Flash moving somewhat quickly.
It's very annoying
And
when
just
I get my perfect spin and chuck it and get an excellent throw, and Billy No Mates over there gets a fucking regular throw, nothing. I miss my legendary, he gets a fucking shiny. Fuck off.
Unbelievable. Tone's clearly been hurt by Pokemon Go. We'll not talk about it any further.
His legends kick out at 2.
Behind the camera, our illustrious assistant Mew has just caught a shiny Corviknight.
That is perfect timing. That
Game's
is
gone.
great.
Game's gone. Game's gone. Manager's been sent off. No subs left. I think it's time for us to do something more fun. We've talked about cards, we've talked about games, but it's time for us to go head to head as we rip open some packs
Oh,
and battle our way to see who is the most dominant in both English and Japanese. But alas, I will say again, before we do that, we were gifted a secret package from the wonderful Luke Cario, who you will have seen us interview in the episode 9.5. So, boys, I think it's time for us to crack open and see what Luke has got us.
I have no idea.
If it's not 300 quid folded, I'm sad.
It's not folded, it's just crisp.
I didn't know they made cards actually. No, joking.
Ah. What a,
Oh my
what a
God.
guy.
So everyone got a little message in the front of theirs? What an absolute cheer. I actually need this for my Arbok collection.
Oh, sick.
The Ekans Arbok.
I got Steelix V.
And I got Here Comes Squirtle Squad.
And I got the Steelix and Viper that I absolutely love.
Steelix from Pokemon Go.
Chandelier.
A Shinji Kanda Viper.
Oh,
Love that card.
and a Snorlax also from Pokemon Go.
Reverse Hollow Paradox with Steelix, because I love my Steelix boy.
What a legend.
What a great guy.
Honestly, what an absolute legend. Thank you so much, Luke. It was going home. It's going in my binder, and I'll cry about it once we get off the podcast. I'm trying to maintain focus and credibility as a host.
This is just what like the hobby should be about. Not saying they're giving us free stuff.
Give us all the other
but
things.
like I think people forget this is a trading card hobby.
Yeah,
And the fact that he's gone out of his way
to make these little packages.
to make these personalized packages with a note. What a lovely gesture.
Luke, I want you to know that if you're now watching this episode, I'm really sorry for the fact that I definitely speared you at your bending table after we finished filming this. You absolutely lovely legend. Now,
We're going to run through your table.
moving into actual packs,
What was
I've
that?
got Mega Brave. for Japanese.
I've got Mega Symphonia.
I got Mega Brave.
So we've only got one Mega Simp. That's cool. He can't judge me. He called it that himself.
Touche.
Shall we?
Let's go.
Do it.
Little pack opening ASMR.
Leave my scissors.
Planes off without his sharp voice.
Honestly, my sweaty hands.
And it's just one to the front.
I'm not going to look, and I'm going to let two who's behind the camera be the judge of whether I pull anything.
This is
good or not.
actually abysmal.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
3 to 5 working days later, Tone has figured out how to open a pack.
Oh, my
When I
God.
tell you this mic has made my hands sweaty as hell.
You should be used to phallic shapes in your hands.
He says this from my experience with him.
It's ironic that my name's actually Mike and you're both holding me in your hands. Way! Don't ever call me by my government name, ever.
I remember doing that on one of our podcasts in the kickoff when you were like, oh, yeah, what?
It's for this exact reason I don't fucking open them without scissors.
Like, I want to help you, but at the same time, this is great.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Got
did
there
have
in
the
the
Mega
end.
Lucario, but it's now ripped.
So you got the MUR, but now it's M. There's no UR, it's just in R.
It's MUD.
You'll have to connect it together later.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. One. I'm putting them down so I can see it.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, I've got the Ivysaur regular.
And
Oh,
now
that's
the rare.
Just look directly at the camera, boys, as we do the start one. One. I got nothing.
I got
Well,
A fucking Grumpig.
you pulled me in a pack.
Actually,
It's
did
nice, though.
anybody get the
It's weird,
Shinji Candice Andrew?
Did anyone get it?
I won't lie, lads, that was a fucking shambles.
That was a really cool artwork, though.
Resealed. Let's get back to
I want my £3 British back.
I actually didn't pay for these, so shout out to for buying these for me. I want a refund.
Yeah, next time, 2 bit better packs.
Yeah, try harder. All right, let's see if
Let's see if I can open this one.
And what have we gone for in English, boys?
I've got Black
Destiny.
Bolt.
Oh, I have got Paldean Fates.
Right, brilliant. So when you pull Bubble Mew,
If I pull Bubble Mew, that camera's getting knocked over.
there'll be an edge-shaped hole in the wall behind us.
There are doors in this room, but I will not be using them.
Come on, God Pact.
Right. Water energy. Fucking.
Fighting energy.
Right, I'm ready.
I'm trying to do this delicately, but it's not happening.
As if you've ever done it delicately.
Code card baddies.
Read it, yeet it.
All
Right,
right,
now I've got to clean that up.
we
Fire
starting.
energy.
Have I got a God Pack? Great, thanks, guys. Yeah, for success.
Execute.
I had a Carrot Blast.
Purloin,
Mankey.
Golett.
Marie,
Flittle.
Slugma,
Hornyard.
Pikachu.
Metang. Can read that upside down.
Dynamo.
Swoober.
I'm letting you guys see it. And
Team Rocket's Petrol,
Mushana.
Big Man Clive.
Starmie. Are we on the red
Ben.
hollows yet?
Oinkalone.
I'm on my first rev. Smoliv.
Rhyhorn.
Reverse Master.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Right, this is going to be pointless. Might as well just get through there.
Yeah,
Thanks,
nothing,
everybody.
nothing. Fucking hell. Smashed it.
I give up with this.
Woo! It's always Ed.
Can we just put the microphone next to his heart?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, you bastards. I was actually going to buy this today as well.
I hate my life.
And then a Houndstone.
Yeah, great.
Fuck me sideways.
Certainly will after this to steal your card.
Best.
Mate, what
So,
a card.
and now whilst we're here, that Paldean Fates pack, Tone can vouch for me, cost £10.
£10.
So my entry for this little card. Oh my god.
Do you know, it's so funny because I was obviously going around with Samo and he was saying, why don't you just buy a pack and just test your luck? And you've actually gone and done it. That's so sick.
That is mental.
I'm so ambivalent right now because I'm over the moon for you, but at the same time, I can't wait to kick you in the crotch. Like I'm fuming.
Ed,
that
should
I'm
we do a
stoked.
collab post?
Sorry. So I've had my chance. Cheers, boys.
If you'd like to replace Mush, the Mush that loves the Mons on our podcast,
You
send an,
must have a Gardevoir first.
and send an email to gardevoir@pokemush.com.
Yeah, great. Email me to replace me on the podcast.
Hi, Mush.
Oh, mate, honestly, I'm absolutely made up for it. That is what a pull.
Fuck
Well, we'll
me.
be clipping that for the Patreon. Pay now to subscribe to the Patreon to see what Ed pulled, because I'm going to cut this all.
Has anyone got a penny sleeve?
I don't.
We'll send somebody to a desk for you. Finally, for the last bit of the segment, the first question I want to ask you: how do you feel about pulling the Gardevoir?
Have you ever seen 50 Shades of Grey?
Imagine that straight in the veins in one go.
All three of them in my veins on repeat after a big night out. Yeah, I am absolutely dumbfounded. We discussed on the podcast how incredible we found that card when we were comparing it to the new Mega Gardevoir SAR.
Yeah.
I have been looking at that at this show today. I think, Mush, you were actually with me.
Oh, well, yeah. I might do it.
I quite want that. And to get that out of a £10 pack, I mean, £10 for Paldean Fates is getting there.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Like,
the fact that
I still disagree.
Can't really argue when you
I
pulled
know,
that,
yeah.
really, innit? If you'd have pulled nothing, fair enough with your
Yeah.
complaints.
But wow, yeah, I cannot believe that I have had that pull and to do it in front of my boys
Oh, mate, honestly,
podcast.
I'm
incredible.
so buzzing.
at our first ever live show. What a core memory this is.
I really want to move on and do the questions, but at the same time, I kind of just want to end it there. Because how do you top that with questions? Do you know what I mean? That was unreal.
This is when it's going to be like, what's your most unexpected or favourite rare? I'm going to be like, oh, it's just that little old Gardevoir from I don't know.
So I don't know if you know about the shiny Gardevoir, but I've got one.
It's going to the fucking moon, bruv.
Stonks, bro.
Stonks.
I hope Ace Water damage it.
What's amazing is we are actually right next to CEX. I'm going to go in there and get £24 for it.
Yeah, well, judging by the market, mate, it actually looks like we'll probably only be able to sell that for about £97. So I'll give you 14p. But I'll also voucher, yeah, store credit, 7p if you want cash.
And then sell it for 200.
Oh, wankers.
Right, let me go get the questions.
I don't want to do them.
Ash, how do you feel?
Terrible. I feel like I've got Tone's pack luck. I feel like it's rubbed off on me. I've hugged Tone too many times.
I've still got that pack luck, clearly.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it.
Can I be honest?
Don't share.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to break convention right now.
Ooh.
Hang on.
Ooh, we got a Mush on the move.
So behind the camera that I'm now hiding, you can't see, we've got a lovely, illustrious colleague of ours, we'll call him for this one, in the illustrious form of Two, who is now going to read out the questions and answer, and I'll share a mic with my wonderful co-hosts.
Where do you guys see the podcast in a year's time?
Ooh, that is a big question. So I think in a year's time, we want to have a good few more shows under our belts. We've done bits of networking here today, chatted with, I believe it was the Card Expo, Swansea Card Show. We've got like a few things in the works. We have had very provisional talks for a card show next year somewhere up north.
It's only 6 hours away from where I live.
It is a pilgrimage away, but yeah, I think the big thing, I want to have at least like a card show every couple of months, I'd say, to be at, really grow the visibility for the podcast. Hopefully break the 500 subs on YouTube, that'd be nice. Have a Patreon set up just so that we can help cover the cost of the software. And yeah, I think just have a lot more reach and a lot more experiences with you fantastic people in the community.
Absolutely.
I feel like you kind of took that question and ran with it, and I don't really need to answer it. I would love to see us just being able to do more.
Yeah,
I think one thing that I'll add that you haven't had, I would love to have a guest.
yes.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to invite somebody on, especially somebody that we really admire or respect within the community, and get them on and really bring awareness to what they do and their brands and what they sell and all of that kind of thing. But generally, just to keep doing what we're doing. I still want to be here in a year.
100%.
I think that's it. I don't care about too much else. I love what we do. It's a passion project. It was never meant to be this big thing and I'm a big I am. I'm just some lanky ginger bloke. Actually, I'm 5'7", but I'm just some ginger bloke who likes shiny cardboard. Like, I'm nobody special, and to have even half of the interactions that we've had since we started has been an absolute blessing. So for me, it's just keep going.
The fact that we've been walking around here and being recognised has been crazy.
In it.
Like, we are just three blokes from a few hours away from each other, chatting about shiny cardboard and magical monsters and everything. And here we are performing a live podcast at a card show that has got the best community involvement I've ever seen. I can't wait to see what's next. And having these boys to do it with is such a blessing.
I think I'd like to have the God of War in a year. That'd be nice.
Over my cold, dead body.
There's not much else I can add. I think it's already been such an incredible journey, and it's only been a few months, and we've already gone further than we ever expected. Like, big shout out to the PokéPals. He reached out to us after one episode, and for us to have that happen, and then that, I think, was a big driving force for us to be like, if we can get that in one episode, what can we get in a year? So we're really driving forward with this. As Mish said, and Ed said, we were walking around doing bits for last week's video, and someone just bumped into us and said, "Oh, they're pushing their show, which is coming up in a couple of months' time," and they spoke to us about being the podcast that hosts their show as well, and just something like that. Like, they hadn't spoken to us yet, and to have those offers, it's just mind blowing. Like they said, we're just three regular lads.
Well,
one person that loves Pokemon, one person that flexes all his knowledge on analytics, and one guy that just loves to moan and cause a ruckus. It is what we do best, and the fact that people listen to us and want to actually engage with us, it is great. I think the only caveat I will say is, as much as we're investing a lot of time and effort into this, we'd love to get a bit more money, because I'm broke.
Which one am I?
And I'm also here.
You're the analytics man.
I guess I'm the one that loves Pokemon.
You do say it.
I actually love the Mons. Get the freeze right, bro. Merch coming never. All right, next question.
What's an unexpected Grail card you'd love to own?
An unexpected Grail. It's just to my left.
You can have my Symphonia book if you want it.
An unexpected Grail. That's a really hard one, because it's like unexpected. Do you know what? Samo, Pokemisha, showed me his earlier. Crystal Nido King.
What?
Oh,
I don't think it's unexpected, but I'll never own one. I got to touch his earlier, and then he showed me his card. So yeah, I'd have to say the Crystal Nido King. That for me is the one.
You paid the price of admission for that.
And it was in a sealed case.
I think for me, it's one of these things that is such an achievable Grail. But I actually think just the Ancient Mew promo,
you took one of my answers.
Yeah. Like, it's a card that you can pick up in okay condition for £30.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in a hobby where Grail cards can run thousands upon thousands, the fact that you can get one for £30 to £40, but I just haven't found one that is fit that criteria of, I don't need a near mint copy because I'm not grading it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just needs to look nice on the front. The back can be absolutely haggard, but if it's near mint on the front, I will be over the moon. But they're just a card that's going crazy in popularity again at the minute, so I'll probably hold fire for a bit.
I would say as well, shout out to Sunnyside Collectibles, because they've got the Ace 10 Ancient Mew, and say what you like about Ace currently, that slab looks incredible. It is phenomenal.
Did they say it's Pop 27 as
Pop
well?
27. There are less than 30 of that in the world. I own a 1 of 1 Arbok, just saying.
A 1 of 1.
A 1 of 1 Arboks. Not that I'm bitter or sad or hurt. Anyway, Tone.
Well, Ancient Mew was up there for me. It's a card that I had as a kid that was one of the ones that didn't survive my childhood, be it through stupid trading or theft. But my unexpected, potentially, Grail that I'd love to have which was another card from my childhood that was stolen off me, and I was fuming, was the Shining Steelix. I can't believe that I had that in my possession as a child. If I had that now, oh my God, it would be on my feed every single week. I love that card. And yeah, like Shining Steelix is an incredible shiny. And that card is phenomenal.
Mate, if I had that card, it'd be on my LinkedIn, it'd be on my CV.
It'd be my Indeed
Facebook.
profile.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Just to let you know, my salary expectations are a Shining Steelix.
Are you, is it proven that you can safely handle money? Well, look at this.
I think that sucks because I
don't know. My money's
No.
How do they let me manage a supermarket? I will never know. All right, there's some beautiful ones. What's our next question?
What is your Grail card?
What is my Grail card?
that we actually own?
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
do you want
I
me
mean, straight away, my
God of War.
Gengar VMAX alt art from Fusion Strike that I pulled from a £22 hidden potential tin in Cheltenham's Asda.
That he made his wife divert 30 minutes to go to.
It wasn't 30 minutes. It was about 20. If you're going to be a dick about it, she's giving me eyes in the audience. We're going there on the way home. Yeah, I think it was one of those moments where I was just watching myself in the third person, opening the tin. I'd gone through the 2 Lost Origin, non-holo rare treatment, hit me hard. Fusion Strike, I got 1 holo, and I was like, if that's the hit from this tin, I'm done. And then last pack had the Gengar artwork on the front, and I was like, if anything, it's going to be in here. I didn't even do the pack trick because my luck had been like, to that point, diabolical. So I was just there like flicking through, and I was like, oh, that's got a different coloured border. And I didn't know what I thought it was. I was just expecting it to be like a V or something like that. And then I just started flicking, and then I got to it, and I was like, huh, that's really quite shiny, that actually. And then that's what? And then I had a moment where I momentarily broke, and I just went,
Buffered in real life.
what the fuck? Ran into the room that the wife was in, and I was like, Gengar! And she's there like, okay, first of all, honey, breathe. Take a deep breath, indoor voices. And I'm just there like, incredible moment, one I'll never forget. And the card that was always going to be my Grail card and like my ultimate chase when I came back into the hobby, the fact that I pulled it from a tin at retail price, there was no craziness. After a bit of a chaotic and dreadful year, it's just a Grail in every sense, and it's something that I will cherish until the day I die.
Love that.
So can I have the Gardevoir?
You fuck.
You can't blame a brother for trying. I honestly, I remember when you pulled it and the string of nonsensical messages that followed into the group chat, followed by just a picture of like, as Ed held it, because I think he was still in shock to take a photo. I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall.
Absolutely.
When you broke into the room, your wife's just sat there trying to contemplate what the hell you're banging on about.
The best thing about it, as well as the photo I sent into the group chat, is so fucking blurry because I'm there holding it and pretending my kid's the camera. I'm there like, because I've got my grill. I've got my grill. But instead of the Gardevoir, you can have the.
Oh, cheers, man. I love Tinker Tough.
It's really good. There was a Gardevoir in there.
No.
It's also Tinkerton, but I digress.
I'm trying not to lose my patience. I too am lucky enough to have pulled my Grail. Now, although it's not my all-time favorite card, I think the memory that comes with it is the reason why I hold it in such high standard. So I used to do lives on Insta. We used to do pack rips and chat absolute breeze, which then evolved into this illustrious podcast that we do now. And on my very first live, I oversplurged on a lot of packs. I bought loads and loads of the Scarlet and Violet era, and then out of nowhere decided that it was really good that they dropped 40 quid on a Pikachu VMAX collection box. And all the way through, I had hits. I had good hits. I had full art and a couple of EXs full art. And last pack, I was like, oh, well, you know, if there's going to be anything, Giratina is going to be in the back. And I, all the way through, right to the back, and I slid up the card in front of it, and I saw that gold. And I like Ed, buffered in real life, like a video trying to load on 2G.
I remember
And
watching the live.
It was, I still to this day can't quite remember how my brain managed to function, but I pulled it up, and there it was, the Origin form Dialga in gold, my favorite of the Dialga and Palkia legendaries. And I just remember saying something like, I'm off to service my Arbok. And it fully did break me, because it was something that I kept talking about, and I loved the gold. All 4 of the gold cards in Crown Zenith really are something that I would love to have. And I'm lucky enough to have graded it and it be a 10 and now sit atop my desk like the king upon the throne. It's just, it will forever stay with me. I think even if that thing goes to the moon and I could trade it for a house, I'm still like, there's nothing that I would trade for the memory of pulling that card.
And as well, if you want to relive the moment, check out Pokemesh's Instagram. It is one of the pinned posts.
Oh yeah, it is there.
It is such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Again, on a live.
You can watch me be an idiot in real time.
That's why it's like, again, you're on a live with some friends. I got to celebrate that moment like we did when I just got my Gardevoir.
Did you get a Gardevoir, did you, Ed?
From Paldean Feats out of a £10 booster pack. But no, it's those sorts of moments again that like, this is so much more than a hobby.
Yeah.
And when you have the Grail card, or you have those moments with your friends, and you get to fully enjoy and like immerse yourself in it, there's nothing better.
No.
And like Mush says, the emotional attachment that you have to that card will outweigh any monetary value. Even though it's on the spendier side, it is such a beautiful card with a beautiful moment associated with it.
Yeah. For me, it does have a beautiful moment. They say that you don't remember most of the packs you open as a child, and you don't. And all the ones that say they remember every single pack, they're liars. I think there's 2 cards I ever remember pulling. One was the regular Celebi from one of the Neo sets, the non-hollow version. And it's because I was so happy that I pulled a Celebi, and I was mid-crossing the road and I almost died, and my dad had to pull me out of the road. But the other one I remember, it was in the middle of Woolworths as I opened the pack, and it's similar to a card I've just mentioned. You guys know this card.
Yeah.
It's the shiny Gyarados. Shining Gyarados. Pulling that as a child, I remember just being gassed. Like I said, Pokemon Gold was my favorite game. Red Gyarados was my favorite shiny and is still up there. Gyarados as a Pokemon is definitely in my top 6.
Yeah.
And pulling that card was, and the fact, for me, it survived my childhood.
Yeah.
Not many of my good cards did, whether traded, stolen, ripped, broken, whatever. That card survived, and I still have it, and I love that card.
I don't know what's more impressive, is that card survived your childhood or you survived your childhood. It's such a wonderful thing that 3 grown men can have such sentiment to such little things, and the emotional attachment that comes from these moments, like being in a Woolworths and opening a pack and probably losing your mind at what's just happened, or doing it on a live stream, or doing it and then probably scaring the bejesus out of your wife as you run in shaking like nobody's business while you show off your Gengar card. It's the small things, and I've said it all the time, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. And I think that it's such a wonderful sentiment, and I honestly would never ever trade these moments
100%.
for any monetary value, trade, or other cards. It's a lovely question. I think we've got time for one more question. So, what is our final question?
Sorry, just kind of freaking out that I caught a shiny Rakidi on Go again. It's community day.
I love that we're paying you to pay attention and you're catching shinies on Pokemon Go.
Okay, 2 more questions, because they're quick ones.
All right.
The first one is, how many Weedles do you think it takes to destroy an army of 30 chickens?
1 if it has a 12-week training camp.
How many Weedles versus 30 chickens? Well, as me and you know, chickens chose the sword. So it's at least 5 Weedles.
I'm so baffled. How many Weedles? I'm going to say none. Weedles will flop. Unless they evolve into Beedrill, they are fucked.
I'm just going to say 2 words, poison sting.
One. That's what you
And
need.
last but not least, are you going to come back to Wolves Card Show?
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would be remiss to say that we're not going to try really hard to come back
Yeah.
for November,
yeah.
even though that I definitely can't get the time off work.
I'm actually just not going to go home today. I'm just going to be sat here until the next
Em
show.
doesn't know that you've rented out a unit. You're just going to stay, just staring at the Gardevoir until next.
Well,
Yeah, I was going to be like, Ed, why are you hiding on my under my table? You're just going to stay stuck under.
Where's the little buggy that brought all of the equipment over? You just find Ed curled up in it.
Just Ed stroking his Gardevoir. That's what he calls it now.
But the card's still on the table.
As you say, you have to pay extra to see that.
Subscribe to the Patreon now.
But again, what a show.
What an
Incredible moment. Something to remember it all by. The fact that we've been out in the community. The show's not even over yet. There's still a couple of hours.
Yeah, we've still got loads we want to go and get done as well.
Yeah. So
100%.
yeah, and again, massive shout out to the Yarl for believing in us, getting us here, helping us like set up and everything.
Yeah. Giving us the
Incredible.
opportunity to platform what it is that we do for the community in this space.
Yeah.
It's been honestly the best feeling ever.
Yeah,
I know that we managed to attend LCS, but we kind of did that as a group
As
of
ourselves.
friends.
yeah,
And although we did some content there and we had some fun, this has been a massive difference.
yeah.
So if you haven't already, please go back and watch episode 9.5 and go and watch all of the things that we got up to at the Wolverhampton Card Show before we sat and did our podcast. From me, the Pokemush, the Mush who loves the Mons, from Ed, the strongest man, and from Tone's own TCG, thank you so, so much for all of the love and support we have received in these last 10 episodes. Here's to 10,000 more episodes. Okay, thanks, love you, bye.
Thanks, love. Bye.